Hey guys, it's Luke here, your digital concierge at Gramophone. Today we have with us the Astell Kern AK-USB-C dual DAC. In a world where 3.5mm jacks are quickly disappearing from many of our devices, but we still want a better audio experience beyond what most wireless solutions can offer, the USB-C dual DAC is the one for you. This can power most wired headphones very well and elevate the performance of any of your mobile devices far beyond what you get from the factory jack. So we're going to dive into the AK dual DAC and figure out all the cool things that it can do for us. But before that, make sure you guys subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click the bell notification icon hiding in the corner down there, because there's a lot of great product highlights on the way that you should not miss out on. So, judging by the name dual DAC, you can know that this uses two separate DAC chips, one for each channel, making it effectively like a monoblock DAC. And that's about as good as it can get for two-channel listening, especially in a package so small. This DAC is capable of 32-bit playback, as well as native DSD playback. Again, not a common feature seen in many mobile products. As you guys can probably already tell from the name, dual DAC, this uses a monoblock DAC design with a separate chip for each of the two channels, obviously left and right. And these DACs are by Cirrus Logic, specifically their Master Hi-Fi series. It's got an output level of up to 2 volts RMS, so it's powerful enough to drive most high impedance headphones. On that note though, of headphones that I would recommend with this device, especially if you are going to be more on the go, I'd say have a look at the lovely new Focal Celeste, video right here, or the new Audeze Euclid if you want a really high quality on the go IEM. As for the specs, this has a frequency response of a perfect 20 to 20, 20 Hz to 20 kHz, a signal-to-noise ratio of 118, which is very, very low, like reference grade, a virtually non-existent total harmonic distortion at 0.0004, yes, 3 zeros, very impressive, and finally an output impedance of 2 ohms. You know, for the niche that this device looks to fill, this is packing some pretty impressive features that I thought I'd find in a device many a times the price. Alright guys, very quick note about compatibility. Pretty straightforward on this guy especially. You can see a USB connector here, and you could potentially use an adapter on this for USB-A. And this goes into a 3.5mm connection, so it's going to plug into most wired headphones that come standard with 3.5. You could potentially, if need be, use a 3.5 to 1/4 inch to fit the larger jacks on some types of headphones, and that would still work. Just be careful of doing so, because usually putting a thicker connector on a smaller input can become a problem with leverage, so keep that in mind. But this is a very well-rounded device that works with many things, given that you use some adapters if need be, and out of the box is already solving the biggest need of providing high-quality audio to USB-C equipped devices. And this is a bus-powered device, meaning that it's just drawing power from the USB-C connection itself. There's no batteries, there's no external power. And finally, this has actually been tested to work with Roon. So for any Roon users out there, you know this will be a good time. Alright guys, let's talk about the design aspects of the AK dual DAC. And as you can already see, this is a sharp looking little piece of kit. This weighs 0.05 pounds, so you can barely feel it in your hands, which is a good thing. But despite that fact, it still feels really solid when you hold it in your fingertips. And generally products that are light don't do that, but this does. So you can feel the build quality and attention to detail almost immediately. This entire body, and this is probably why it feels so great, is constructed out of zinc alloy. As in good old zinc off the periodic table, alloyed with a couple other materials. What they were going for with this was this like smooth stone texture, and it really does kind of feel like a hybrid texture of metal and stone. I like it a lot, it feels really cool. The color of this device, in AK's own words, is known as Titan. And that plays into a theme of light and shadow that you'll find on most of their devices. Has a bit of reflectivity to it and a couple patches of brightness depending on how the light hits it, especially with this almost prismatic, angular, stealth fighter-like design that's really cool on the top face. And firsthand I can tell you guys that It nails that concept. Light and shadow. You see it 100%. And you'll see up toward the top of the body here a little on-off LED indicator that will illuminate when plugged in. And if you look at the cable portion, this is also well constructed, has a nice braid in it, so it makes it look very cool and appealing to the eye as well. And this is some seriously high quality copper in here that is actually silver plated. So no expense spared even in the small details, as this is also a 4-conductor cable. And that is wound around a core that's made of aramid fiber. For those who don't know, aramid fiber is the family of fibers that includes Kevlar, really durable stuff here, and Astell Kern calls that the Technora core. And if that wasn't enough, this also has a second layer of shielding applied just underneath the jacket of the cable. With 2 layers of shielding, you're going to be guaranteed to not have any outside interference. For under $150, the AK Dual DAC by Astell Kern is the device you need for a higher quality audio experience while you are out and about and you want to go beyond the usual, such as wireless headphones or whatever came with your phone. For those audiophiles who still want to be able to take that wherever they go, this is the device. And for this price and for the insane amount of quality that I'm seeing in it for that price, this is it, man. So if you want to pick one up, head on over to SkyByGramophone.com where you can check out securely and have one shipped fast and free straight to your door. Also, be sure to give us a call or stop by one of our showroom locations. You'll find us in Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland, as well as at our beautiful Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley. We have many great headphone products on display, and many of them you can demo. You can find us on social media too. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Houzz, and Twitter. Also a few others, just check the links down below. If you need help coming up with project ideas, if you need to schedule a service request, or if you'd just like to speak to one of our hi-fi, home theater, and interior design experts, get inspired at Gramophone.com and ask at Gramophone.com if you have any questions for me about anything you've seen here on the channel. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this, comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this AK device? Do you have need for a wireless dongle like this, and do you want to see more products like it? And of course, what other kinds of products do you want to see from us in the future? Thanks for watching. Be seeing you.